Coming up on Gone Fishing.
One of us is gonna get worn out. I hope it's him, not me. I think he's about to give it up. Let's see if we can get him in the boat here. What an outstanding fish. You know, stripers are fish that tend to be active and very catchable in cold water, but you may have to use some specialized tricks. And when the water's cold, let's say below 55 degrees, downsizing will get you more bites. And I'm gonna show you some of my favorite techniques today, particularly this little rig. This is a float and a live minnow. And in cold water, when the striper's locked in on little baits, this rig is very, very effective. So we're gonna see if we can put it to good use today, and hopefully you can do the same. Gotta get tight on him. There he is. Got him. What you really have to watch so many times, you know, we're fishing in real shallow water, and the fish is in the back of one of these pockets, or maybe he's right up against the bank, literally, and he's got to go somewhere. And you know how stripers are. When you hook one, he's going to run somewhere. So he's going to come at you, or if they're in the back of these pockets, they're going to go out. And the whole key to making this technique work is just getting your line tight. I've got a free line back there. I got to pull him back out from under that. So when your float goes under, the best thing to do is just start cranking and get that line tight. I think that's a pretty nice fish. When I first stuck him, I thought he was a little guy. Well, he is really, and he did exactly what I was talking about, man. He grabbed the bait, came off that bank. Here's what I was talking about. We got a free line out there. What I'm gonna do, we're just gonna get up here and grab that line, take this rod right under it. You have to watch, anytime you get one piece of mono wrapped around another, let's see if we can get him up here now. It can cut it. Good grief. We're gonna have to do it the hard way. Let's walk down here because we want to get this handled. There we go. Just gonna walk this one right under here. Now. Man, they are strong. Well, he's not a particularly big fish, but he sure is pulling like one. He's pretty. It's gin clear water. Uh-oh. Don't go under that trolling motor. Always be mindful of that. You know, we're using a 10-pound test. If it hits that trolling motor, it'll turn into a 4-pound test real quick. So let him get those last couple kicks out. Now I think he's ready. I think he's worn out. He worked hard. He ought to be tired. Now we got him. When he really got that hook down in there. Let's see if we can get him out. You know, normally when you get a fish that's hooked this deeply, don't try and do a lot of gouging and digging there. You're better off, if you can't get the hook pretty easily, just cut the line. Fish will be fine. Probably be better off than if we try and actually remove that hook. I think I can get my pliers on that. It's not in his gills, it's just, he's got it way down in his gullet. Let's see, got him. He'll be just fine. A nice looking fish. Pretty as he can be. All right. I gotta go back and get another one, fish. Thank you. There he goes. Good deal. Now again, we're using light line. Of course, anytime you're using light line, I don't care what you're fishing for. And that hook was down in the fish's gullet, so we're gonna check our leader, see if it's got any abrasion. Yep, so we're gonna have to retie that. You have to retie a lot doing this, but if you don't, you never know when that 12, 15, 18-pound fish shows up, and if there's a weak place in your terminal tackle, he'll find it every time. So even when they're biting and they're moving around good and you're excited, you want to get your bait back in the water, this is time well spent. I can see them on the flasher down there. Even a fish this size, the one we just released, with light tackle this light, got to have everything in order. If there's a flaw, he'll find it. Trim or tag in, we'll be ready to go. This is what's pulling the stripers back in these pockets. These are threadfin shad, and there's just hundreds of them in this particular cove. And I know these are awfully small baits, and you tend to think of a striper as wanting to eat something big. He's a big predator, a big game fish. But when it's cold, they'll lock in on these little bitty baits. And you can actually net them, they make good bait, but you're gonna have to downsize your tackle. I had a charter boat captain sum it up for me best. Big fish, we're out in the ocean, we're trying to catch some grouper, and we were using little bitty baits. And I asked him, he said, Mac, always remember, an elephant will eat a peanut. So that applies very much to stripers when the water's 55 degrees or cooler. Little bait, light tackle will get you the bite, so give it a try.